I thought this game was gonna be hard, but this is not so bad at all. Life can get busy fast. If you're a student, professional, or parent, you've likely lost a decent chunk of your time. And with a plethora of new games that get released every year, it seems to take as much time finding a game to play as it does to find something to watch on Netflix. In this series, I aim to highlight games that fit nicely into the schedule of busy people, so that you can spend less time searching and more time playing. My name is Majegs, and I'm here to tell you why Vampire Survivors is a good game for busy people. Imagine this. The year is 2022. The latest games are being released. Elden Ring, Dying Light 2, and Horizon Forbidden West are all making their rounds. Their complexity and depth are unmatched in gaming history. Their graphics fully resolved, completely adrenalized experiences. You might even need beta blockers for these high-pressure situations. Now, imagine a game that doesn't fit that mold at all. Imagine Baby Castlevania. Bada boom, that's the game we're talking about today. Vampire Survivors is a time-based survival roguelite game where you control an automatically attacking character as they attempt to survive a horde of enemies. An onslaught, an endless wave after wave of enemies. It's a simple game with tons of replayability and a shocking amount of depth for a game that doesn't support audio or graphic settings and only costs $3. It's a reminder that games that are good for busy people come in all kinds of packages. Vampire Survivors brings to the table a little bit of the classic busy person mechanics that you're all used to, session-based gameplay and quick to understand gameplay mechanics. The simplicity of Vampire Survivors extends beyond just what it looks like. The game is built entirely around the question of how long can you survive increasingly difficult waves of enemies? In order to do so, you'll have to collect gems to level up to get more weapons or upgrade those that you already have. And I bet you're sitting there thinking, boy oh boy, is this game like World of Warcraft where I need to effectively balance using all of my skills and weapons on cooldown to make sure I'm optimizing my actions per minute? The answer is emphatically no. Your character automatically attacks. You just have to move around using the arrow keys. It literally takes all of 3 clicks to get from the main menu to the game, and the rest of it can be played entirely using your 4 arrow keys, or WASD if you are a lefty. This one is the epitome of a coffee cup game, in that you can literally hold a coffee in your offhand while you slay, again, literally thousands of undead monsters. For those counting, that's literally 2 times in that previous sentence. In fact, look at this right here. I was so overpowered with this build during this specific run that I could have literally left to make coffee and then come back and my character would have been just fine. And speaking of builds and overpowered characters, the simplicity of the graphics hides a deceptively deep game. Within each run, you'll level up by looting the corpses of your undead foes. Each time you level up, you can pick up 1 of 3 randomly rolled bonuses, or 4 if you're particularly lucky. This is where the depth kicks in. There are a ton of different weapons and perks you can get, and they each can level up a unique number of times, getting stronger or changing in various ways. Each of them can also combine with different items to create evolved versions. And after you are inevitably slain, take your winnings and head back to the main menu where you can buy permanent buffs with your well-earned cash. Between the different levels, the numerous playable characters, the litany of perks and power-ups, the plethora of baddies to annihilate, and the persistent progression, this simple-looking game brings a lot more to the table than you might expect. Much like I bring to the table recommendations for busy people on my channel. If you're looking for new games or just appreciate what I do, liking, commenting, and subscribing is always appreciated. But enough of the plug zone, let's get back to the game. Describing a game about slaughtering thousands of undead entities in the span of half an hour as pleasant doesn't really seem right. So let's look for a different word, shall we? Come with me. Cathartic. Relaxing. Mind-numbing. Yeah, all those things. They all fit. I've been sitting down after work and playing Vampire Survivors over and over because of how light of an experience it is. All I gotta do is run around on the screen and try not to get hit by enemies while my weapons hopefully do the rest. The game isn't trying to wow you with out-of-this-world graphics, any story at all, or ear-shattering Dolby Atmos-worthy sound design. No, the game wants you to run around and kill bad guys without dying, that's it. And I enjoyed the simplicity of the experience. It's pleasant knowing that the complexity was minimal and the punishment for losing was as well. Additionally, I really appreciate that there's a timer on screen to remind me when I've been playing too long, or to remind me that I still have plenty of time left before the laundry gets done, or my chores need to be completed. Vampire Survivors is a quick-to-play game that will resonate with anyone who's looking for something simple. The freedom to create loadouts that dispatch enemies in different ways is fun, while the minimal gameplay elements keep you from getting sidetracked. Busy people will appreciate how these elements combine into a cohesive, cathartic cacophony of vampire killing. All in all, I give Vampire Survivors 5 cloves of garlic out of 5 cloves of garlic. Highly recommended.